Welcome to the AI Prosperity Hub, the place where we decode AI, emerging tech, and the future of human intelligence. In today's episode, we're diving into a disturbing trend that may be quietly sabotaging the progress of artificial intelligence: model collapse. This could be the reason why your favorite tools, from ChatGPT to Claude, are starting to sound off. But before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button, enable notifications, and click thanks if you want to support this content. You can also activate translations in multiple languages via the video settings. We want this insight to reach everyone. Artificial intelligence is everywhere, from writing emails and suggesting music to helping doctors. It's woven into the fabric of our daily routines, often in ways we barely notice. From the moment we wake up and check our phones to the apps that guide our commutes, AI is quietly shaping our choices and experiences. We hear daily that AI is becoming smarter and more capable, as if we're living in a sci-fi movie. Headlines promise breakthroughs and tech companies boast about the next leap forward. It feels like the future is arriving faster than ever, with machines that can write, draw, and even hold conversations. But what if in some ways, AI is getting dumber? Despite all the hype, cracks are starting to show beneath the surface. Sometimes these systems make mistakes that seem almost silly or misunderstand basic facts. Here's the problem. AI learns from the internet, but now the internet is filling up with AI-generated content. The line between what's real and what's artificial is blurring, making it harder for AI to find genuine, high-quality information. It's a feedback loop. AI learning from its imperfect creations, repeating and amplifying mistakes. Each new generation of AI risks inheriting the errors of the last, like a photocopy of a photocopy losing clarity over time. Instead of building a genius, we might be building a very confident parrot. These systems can sound convincing, but sometimes they're just echoing what they've seen before, without true understanding. Scientists call this model collapse. The idea that new AI models could get worse over time, losing touch with real human knowledge. If we're not careful, the wisdom we hope to gain from AI could slowly fade away. The danger isn't super intelligent machines taking over, but our tools slowly becoming unreliable and confused. Imagine depending on technology that can't tell fact from fiction. We're the first generation living alongside these powerful new minds, and it's our job to understand both their strengths and weaknesses. The choices we make now will shape how AI evolves for years to come. We need to look past the hype and ask, where does AI get its information? And what happens when that information is corrupted? It's up to us to question, to investigate, and to demand transparency. The future of AI isn't just about smarter machines. It's about keeping them connected to reality. Only then can we trust them to help us solve real problems. That's a challenge for all of us. So let's dig in and explore what it means for AI to be smart. What is model collapse? Imagine taking a photo of a photo over and over again. Each time the copy loses a bit more detail, until eventually the image is just a blurry, unrecognizable mess. This is a simple way to understand what happens during model collapse. The original photo represents human-created data, books, articles, conversations, and all the unique knowledge people have shared over centuries. Early AI models learned from this rich, diverse data. But now, the internet is flooded with AI-generated content, text, images, and even code that's been produced by machines, not people. Newer AIs are trained on this mix, learning from copies of copies rather than the sources. The more this happens, the further we drift from the richness of human knowledge. With each generation, the details fade away. The AI forgets the quirks, creativity, and subtlety that make human knowledge so special and irreplaceable. It's like a student who only studies last year's notes, never opening the original textbook or asking new questions. Over time, the learning becomes shallow. The result? AI that sounds correct on the surface, but loses depth, originality, and the subtle truths that come from real understanding. Answers become generic and uninspired. Over time, these models become experts at producing generic, predictable content, a shallow caricature of real knowledge endlessly repeating itself. The rare creative sparks, the flashes of insight and originality, start to disappear, drowned out by sameness. The digital world becomes less diverse, less interesting, and less true to the complexity of real life. It's a world where everything starts to look and sound the same. The model doesn't know it's getting dumber, it just keeps repeating the patterns it sees, unaware that it's losing touch with reality. If those patterns are just simplified AI outputs, that's all it learns to replicate, never reaching for something new or better. Model collapse is the slow fading of the original photograph, until all that's left is a blur, a shadow of what once was. That's the risk we face if we're not careful, and the signs of model collapse are already starting to appear in the digital world around us. Model collapse isn't a distant threat, it's happening now. Ever notice how chatbots give answers that sound smooth but lack substance? That's AI learning from other AIs. Programmers using AI coding assistants see it too. Suggestions are becoming repetitive, not innovative. Why? Because new models are trained on code written by older AIs, not just humans. The same thing is happening with online content. Blogs, reviews, and articles are increasingly AI written, all sounding the same. This feedback loop makes the internet less diverse and more bland. Worse, if an AI makes a mistake and it's published, other AIs might learn and repeat that error as fact. Misinformation can become cemented in the AI's mind. We're polluting the learning environment for our smartest tools. The echo chamber is growing, and the AI has no reason not to believe it. Is this really a big deal? Absolutely. If AI tools become less reliable and creative, the consequences ripple through society. Businesses could make bad decisions based on flawed AI advice, losing money and stifling innovation. Students and journalists might get subtly wrong or made up information, eroding trust in knowledge. In medicine and law, AI trained on synthetic or simplified data could miss rare diseases or amplify biases, mistakes with real-world consequences. The danger is that we might not notice the decline until it's too late. Our information ecosystem could become polluted, making it harder to separate fact from fiction. The risks are economic, social, and personal. We rely on these tools, so their decline affects us all. That's why model collapse matters. The good news? AI labs like OpenAI, Anthropic, and Meta know about model collapse and are fighting it. They're curating high-quality, human-generated data, books, scientific papers, expert articles to train their models. OpenAI is even partnering with publishers for better data. Some labs use synthetic data, but in a controlled way, generating targeted examples to strengthen weak spots, not just random internet content. Anthropic uses reinforcement learning from human feedback. Real people rate AI answers, guiding the model to stay aligned with human values. It's like having a teacher constantly correcting and rewarding the AI. These strategies help, but the challenge is huge. The goal: keep AI learning and improving, without drowning in its digital echoes. It's a high-stakes race to keep AI grounded in reality, and it's far from over. This video is available with subtitles in multiple languages. Click Settings to switch. Technical fixes are crucial, but they're not enough. The real problem is the flood of low-quality, AI-generated content online. As long as the internet rewards quantity over quality, the risk remains. AI labs can filter data, but it's like drinking from a fire hose. We need to change incentives, rewarding original, human-made content, not just clicks. Perfectly curated data can't capture the messy, creative nature of reality. If we overprotect AIs, they become safe but uncreative, reciting facts, never inventing new ones. True intelligence needs exposure to novelty and surprise. The human factor is critical. We can't outsource our thinking. The fight against model collapse is everyone's responsibility. This problem involves all of us, but that means we can all help. No matter your background or expertise, everyone has a role to play in shaping the future of AI and the internet. First, be a critical fact checker. Don't take AI answers at face value. Verify facts with reliable sources. Make it a habit to double-check information, especially when it matters most. Treat AI as a helpful assistant, not an infallible expert. Remember, AI can make mistakes or reflect biases, so always use your judgment and common sense. Second, be a creator of original input. Feed AIs your unique ideas and creativity, not just generic prompts. The more you share your perspective, the richer the digital world becomes. Writers, artists, and developers, add your voice and style. Your originality helps set new standards and inspires others to do the same. The more original data we provide, the smarter and more diverse AI becomes. Our collective creativity shapes the tools we use every day. Third, prioritize quality over quantity. If you run a website or business, focus on valuable original content, not mass-produced AI articles. High-quality content stands out and benefits everyone. Developers use high-quality datasets for training. Thoughtful curation leads to better, more reliable AI systems that serve real needs. Fourth, use feedback tools. Thumbs up or down on AI responses helps engineers fine-tune models. Your input directly shapes how AI evolves. Your feedback is vital to keeping AI on track. Every comment or rating helps improve accuracy and fairness. By making conscious choices, we can refresh the data pool and raise the bar for everyone. Thoughtful actions today create a better digital world tomorrow. We can help create an internet that's a source of knowledge, not a hall of mirrors. Every action counts, no matter how small. We're not just consumers, we're participants. Our choices and contributions shape the digital landscape for everyone. Let's help keep AI smart and grounded, ensuring it remains a tool that benefits all of us, now and in the future. Solving model collapse takes more than better data. It's about reconnecting AI to the real world. AI learns from text and images, not direct experience. To ground AI, we need systems that interact with reality, like robotics or real-time data from scientific instruments. Imagine an AI that learns from stacking blocks or analyzing live telescope data. We must also protect and support libraries, archives, and expert institutions, the gold standard for reliable information. Investing in these resources preserves the original photograph of human knowledge. Digital literacy is key. Teach ourselves and our children to question AI, not just use it. Foster curiosity, critical thinking, and humility. AI should augment human intelligence, not replace it. The human mind, creative, empathetic, and experienced, must stay at the center. That's how we keep AI connected to reality. We're at a crossroads. One path leads to AI as a wise partner, helping us solve big challenges and reach new heights. The other leads to model collapse, tools that degrade, information that's bland and untrustworthy, and innovation that stalls. The choice isn't up to AI, it's up to us. Model collapse isn't inevitable, it's a human challenge. We must be thoughtful creators, critical thinkers, and responsible stewards of our digital world. Engineers, companies, and users all have a role to play. Let's keep AI rooted in human intelligence, champion originality, reward quality, and never stop questioning. The story of AI is just beginning, and we're its authors. Let's write a future worth living. Before you go, if this video makes you think, inspires you, or challenges your perspective, take a moment to support the channel. Click the thanks button, become a member, or share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Activate subtitles in your language and let's keep the conversation global. We are not just users, we're the architects of tomorrow's internet. Smarter, human, together.